Hello everyone, it's Cherie. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be working in my junk journal, but I'm not necessarily telling a story. I am going to be working on a bunch of different pages, and I just have just random bits and pieces that I want to put in my junk journal. So I keep a lot of my personal ephemera in this little folder thing, and I've been wanting to try to slim it down some. So I'm just going to be working on a whole bunch of different pages, and it's going to be really quick. And my journal was getting kind of chunky, so I decided to go ahead and take out the middle signature because I had not done anything in that. And then I just scooted over the last signature one more hole basically to even it out. So so I have a bunch of just little drawings that my youngest daughter has done and paintings, and I wanted to go ahead and get one of them put in my journal. So I love this one. It's so cute. Excuse me. She's actually getting to the point to where she's drawing stories herself, I guess, and it's just so sweet. So this is just a drawing that she did of me holding her and my son and my oldest daughter in my arms, and the little circles on the bottom are apples, and the tall thing is an apple tree, and then the little squiggly mess on the bottom of the apple tree is the soil. So I I drew arrows and wrote down everything that she said it was, and I just thought it was so cute. So I'm looking through these linens. These are some of my linens that are in my shop, which I'll link below, and just looking for one that I could use on this page, and I wanted to just fill up that little white space there. So I picked out this one. I really like it. It's one of my favorites, and I figured I could journal or put something obviously in that space there. And then I'm just looking at making a little cluster on the bottom corner of that page, and I'm trying to get these labels used up, and I did this go around. I got all the labels I've been wanting to get rid of used, so I'm happy about that. And I wanted to put the date, because I try to date her artwork. I pretty much try to date everything that I can possibly date. So I just used my little roller date stamp, but the year, I don't have a 2020 roller date stamp. I need to get one, but I just basically stamped the month and the day, and then I just wrote the year down. And then I'm just looking through my stash of these little vintage stickers that I have to see if there's anything that I would want to add on this in that little corner. They're not all vintage, but it's just kind of where I separate the ones that are they don't have a packaging or whatever. And I have more in a drawer in my craft room, but this is just some of the ones that I keep right in a drawer that's right beside me, so I can easily access it. So I picked out this little sheet of little girls holding hands, and I thought it was like a rope, but it's not. You just peel the pieces and make a rope wherever you want it with little girls. Oh, sorry. And once I realized that, I was like, well, let me go ahead and pick this little girl, because she's wearing a little blue dress, and blue is my daughter's favorite color. And then I was originally going to write, or like I said, put something in the middle of that doily, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it on camera, but I found a rub-on, and it says a work of art. I am the proud owner of a priceless collection of art. I display some of the collection on the walls of our home and keep the originals safe at all times. Your photographs are part of this magnificent collection. When I look at you, I see a masterpiece, a priceless work of art. I will always cherish your rare and special beauty. So that's what I put in the middle of that doily. So now I'm just kind of digging through this is another little container where I just throw random things in that I may want to put in my journal. And I have a bunch of like cards, like business cards from things that I've ordered and shops that I've visited. And a lot of them I've had for probably over a year or so. I just had a little collection building up. So I figured it was time to get them in my journal. And so I'm just basically making a little collage page of all these different business cards. And some of them are like from Etsy shops, some are from thrift stores, some are from when we were on vacation and I visited some antique shops, and just a bunch of random pieces. So when I use my journal, I don't always have, use it as a story. I like to put little bits and pieces in as well. And when they build up. And I still have quite a bit that I need to put in here, but I just, took advantage of the time that I had to get as much in as I possibly could. And then that little Snoopy thing, that was a tag, just like a clothing tag from some pajamas, I think. And I just made a little pocket out of that one, and I just shoved some in there. And I think I think this is the second page of ones that I did. And then this is just a postcard that we received in the mail from my husband's parents, my in-laws, when they were on vacation a while back. I think they went on vacation in January, maybe February, I'm not quite sure. So I just stuck that postcard down, and then that was just a little advertisement that I had floating around. But I liked the way the lady looked, and I'll do that too if I, find images in old magazines or wherever. Just throw them in there just because I like the way that they look. And then those other two pieces that I didn't put on the page, I just decided to stick them in a pocket. And it was a little note card that my daughter had made a while ago, and a piece of paper from when she was practicing writing her name, which is from last year too. And then this is just like a little quote sticker, but I liked it. Attitude is everything. And then that was a little card that my daughter received in the mail from my grandparents, or her great-grandparents. Well, her great-grandpa, step-grandpa, my grandmother's husband. He sent her a little card, and it had some stickers in it. Like how you'll get advertisement stickers in the mail. And so he sent them to her, which was really sweet. So I'm just putting this card in here that he sent her. And then I stamped a flower. It didn't turn out the way that I had envisioned, but it's alright. It's fine. I can roll with it. And so then these are those stickers that he sent her, and I just took a couple. I asked her, I said, can I put a couple of those stickers in my book, in this card? And she was like, yeah, sure. She gave them to me, and so I stuck a couple of them in there. And then I'm just, this is just another photo that I've had forever. It's one that, it's a couple years old, 2 or 3 years old. My son, when he was younger, he would like to do scrappy stuff with me too. He had his own little scrapbook, and he would do his own little pictures and 12 by 12 layouts. It was so cute. Which, of course, he's 13 now, so he's not interested at all. But this is just one of the pieces that he never finished, and I just kept it. And it's just a photo from when we went to Busch Gardens. Like I said, it was 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer, I'm not sure. So I just decided to go ahead and stick it in my journal. And then that paper there is William Morris wrapping paper that I bought on Amazon, and I just tore off a piece of that to use it as background. And I knew that I wanted to cover up that illustration because, I don't know, it's just, I mean, the kids in it were cute, but the Santa or whatever it is, he's a little creepy looking, so I wanted to cover his face up. I knew whenever I made the journal that he was going to get covered. So I like the illustration on the opposite side, which was why I put it in there. So yeah, so I'm just fiddling around with this paper, and I was trying to decide, do I want the paper on both sides of that photo or just one side? And I went with just the one side. And then I think, yeah, I just make a pocket out of it, I believe. But this was really fun. It's just kind of like I don't know, there's really not a whole lot of thought that goes into it. I just kind of wing it and have fun. And then that obviously didn't fit, so I didn't stick that piece in there. So I'm just pulling random pieces from those little containers and that envelope of, just lists and just little bits. Now, I had a collection of Chinese fortunes, like from your fortune cookie, and I worked at a Chinese buffet about 20 years ago. Me and my girlfriend Ashley, I've spoken about her before, one of my best friends. We worked there together, and we recently went and ate at the restaurant that we both used to work at, and it was a lot of fun. We got to visit with the owner, and he was really happy to see us and reminisce. So I was just writing down where they had come from. And then that I stapled on is just a scripture verse from one of those Daily Bread, vintage things. It was like a little loaf of bread, and on the inside it has a bunch of like scripture cards that you can pull out and read every day. So I just stapled one of those in there. And then I'm using that other piece of William Morris wrapping paper, and I'm trying to pick out a linen again. And while I was doing this, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to put here. I was just rolling with it. So I like this one, and I trimmed it down because I wanted more of that paper to show, the wrapping paper, and not quite so much of the linen. And then I get some washi just to stick in the middle, just so it doesn't look quite so, like the lines there from the wrapping paper and the linen. Just kind of blend it in. So then I grab this other envelope, and it just has some really random pieces, vintage pieces in it. They're just, I don't know, it's kind of like I don't know what to do with this, so I'm just going to stick it in this envelope. And I like them. I like the pieces, obviously. But yeah. So I'm just digging through this to see if there's anything that I want to stick on here. And I like that little skirt advertisement and that other circular one. I think it was showing, I think it came from like an embroidered, or maybe it was just a regular vintage magazine, and it was just talking about the way you could do your pants. It was cute. I liked it. And then that's just a coupon, an old coupon, a vintage coupon. And then that thing there, that came on, I think I had bought some old lace or fabric or something, and it was still on the fabric, so it's like a vintage tag. And so I just stapled it on there. as another little tab. So now I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with this. That thing there, and then I had a couple more little labels on a different sheet that I needed to use up, so I just layered it underneath that ticket, and that was just a vintage milk quart ticket. And then this is a vintage napkin that I had used part of it to decoupage in my previous journal, and there's still a couple little flowers on it. So I just finished off the napkin with those flowers because they're really pretty. I really like them a lot. So I guess it's just like a random collage page. And then I just hit it with my heat tool so I didn't have to wait for it to dry. And then this is part of a catalog page from like a 1930s, if I'm not mistaken, catalog. And I like this lady. She's really cute. And so I just trimmed her out, cut her out, fussy cut her, and stuck the price of that was by there, stuck that on there too. Just because I didn't want to waste it. I like the way it looks too. So there's no, like I said, there's no, it's just pretty and fun to look at kind of thing. Just stuff that I like. And then that's the rest of those little labels that I had. And I just wrote the name of the restaurant where we used to work at. And then under some of the fortunes, I just wrote, like, one says integrity is the essence of everything successful, and then I just wrote like it, and then the bottom one says forgiveness does not change the past, but it does enlarge the future. And I just wrote so true on that one. So, and then yeah, then I just glue that little advertisement down. So yeah, so I do a lot of pages, obviously. I don't even know how many have I done so far, like 4 or 5, something like that. And it did chunk up my journal quite a bit, but that's okay. So then these were just some random photos that I had. They're Forever and a Lifetime old as well. And some of them were actually ones that my daughter, when she was doing Project Life, she had stuck in her Project Life album. And then I guess she changed her mind and decided to toss them in the waste bin. And I found them and I was like, oh, I can't throw these away. So I, kept them. Saved them. It's the hoarder in me. Can't help it. Can't help it. And then that's just a little card that my daughter got from her grandparents on Valentine's Day. So I just went ahead and stuck that in there too, with that little Project Life Valentine's Day card. And I'll journal on that at a later time or whatever. And then I had that sticker that was left on that sheet and it said favorite. So I put it on a previous page, and I didn't want it to just say favorite. So I decided that I would make it say a favorite photo. And I just put a tiny little label, and I wrote the word photo underneath that. And then I just grabbed some alphabet stickers and put the letter A on there. So now it says a favorite photo. And I used it up. So now I've only got those 3 left. So I was going to cut them out and just, stick them in my drawer. But I was like, I could probably use this blue one somewhere. I just got to find a spot for it. And I thinking about putting it there, but changed my mind. Stuck it on this postcard so I could just write, you know, that it was a postcard from Mama and Papa, and we got it when they were on vacation in 2020. So I think that pretty much is the gist of it. I think I just go through and show the pages, and I think that's it. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that you get inspired to use your journal, and y'all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below.